I roll and tumble and cry the whole night long. Well, I roll and tumble and cry the whole night long. Well, I rolled in the morning, I didn't know right from wrong. Well, I spent 9 days in jail, man, my face turned to the wall. I spent 9 days in jail, made my face turn to the wall. And I early morning, I hear my baby call. Alright, that was Rollin and Tumblin Blues by R.L. Burnside, featuring from his first recordings. And this past month, August, is R.L. Burnside month. And what I've been releasing with these videos that have been coming out lately is in conjunction with my free R.L. Burnside ebook volume 1. And to get access to that, it's basically a PDF, 17 pages, a typical ebook. To gain access to that, please visit my website at www.deltalumusic.com. And once you get in there, wait for the pop-up window to flash through the front of the screen. And once you see that, just go ahead and enter your email and your name. And once you do that, the actual ebook will be sent to your email once you open it. So it's a free ebook. It's everything you need to know about the songs in questions. There's 6 songs that come out of this free ebook sample. You have complete lyrics, complete breakdowns of the tablature, everything nicely laid out and organized, and it's for you to enjoy. And the ebook that you get on the free download is going to be typical of what you see from Things to Come from Delta Lu Music from here on out. So like I said, this month we're continuing with R.L. Burnside's music. I know he's a very popular guy. He's probably my favorite artist after Blind Lemon Jefferson. But R.L. Burnside is something that I like to listen to on the road and in your everyday sort of life. I've gotten a lot of requests to transcribe R.L. Burnside's music because it's very difficult, especially the first recordings. R.L. Burnside's pitches are all over the place. What I just played now is a standard tuning piece using ideas in E, but he's actually pitched 2 full steps down to C. So the tonality of the guitar is very low. That's why I have an acoustic guitar in this session, and I highly recommend you get an acoustic guitar to play the material that he down-tunes his guitar quite low at. I'm going to break down the song as I hear it on the original recording, so what you'll be playing will sound just like what you hear R.L. Burnside playing. That's how I teach. I try to teach as close to the original as possible. So if you haven't already, please get access to the ebook. It's very easy to follow along when you have the ebook and the tablature laid out in front of you in your eyes. That's what I'm looking at right now as I teach. It's very easy to break down tablature. There's also great literature in there, explanations, theory of what he's doing. But this song in itself, Rollin and Tumblin, is, again, utilizing this E blues scale. This is a recurrent theme that I've been stressing with R.L. Burnside's music and Mississippi Fred McDowell's music. The E blues scale in the first position. Once you kind of have a great understanding of that, everything will kind of fall into place as you continue your learning campaign. Alright, so before we start, I highly advise that you use an acoustic guitar for now to start with. Once you learn how to play the song the way R.L. Burnside plays it, you can play it in any pitch you want. You can tune your guitar back up to E. But for the learning purposes, what we're going to do is we're going to tune our guitars together, because that is what we hear in the original recording. I'm tuned in standard tuning, but my top string, which should be an E, has now been down tuned to the C note. So right now I'm going to play my top string, and you go ahead and match your pitch to me. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky to let the strings stay in pitch, because when you down tune your guitar so low, it kind of gets out of tuning quite fast. So it's going to take a few times to get it right. So I'm going to go really slow here. So I'm going to play my top string. It's going to be a C. And hear the low tonality here. Alright, so my fifth string is now going to be an F. You're going from an A to an F. Alright, my fourth string is going to be a B flat or an A sharp. Either way, it's the same thing. So B flat. The third string is going to be a D sharp. D sharp. D sharp or an E flat. My second string is going to be a G. We're going from a B to a G. And then finally, my bottom string is going to be a C. So let's play an E chord. You can hear the low tonality of when you play that E chord. That's when, and then if you study other artists who come from the same kind of Mississippi Hill Country, they had a tendency to down tune their guitars that low. And I don't know the purpose of it, but you have to understand they don't have access to tuners. So however a guitar is tuned, they just tune it by ear, and they're in that key for whatever purpose. But this is a low tonality, and it's also used by some other artists. And anytime you hear this kind of deep, low tone, always expect that they might be playing in C. Alright, so if you haven't downloaded the ebook already, please do so. The link is on my information settings. Definitely subscribe. Subscribe to the website. Like me on Facebook. Subscribe to YouTube, because we are rolling out lessons, videos, free content. I'm going to be producing ebooks for the next 5 years. And right now we're studying R.L. Burnside's music. Eventually I want to go to John Lee Hooker in around October. But September is going to be a more continuation of R.L. Burnside. So and if you haven't looked at already, look at my Mississippi Fred McDowell ebook. It's an excellent starter set. It's a huge ebook that I released back in June. It's ideal for the beginner. And definitely watch all the videos that came along with that. But again, I appreciate all the support you've been giving me, and I'm on that mission to transcribe 1,000 songs. Alright, so next what we're going to do is we're going to look at the introduction, the beginning solo of the song, and we'll go from there. So stay tuned.